aligned with the moment of when Atlantis ended. So what happened in that civilization at the end is a reflection of what is happening now to our civilizations. Alchemy is an Arab term that means the chemistry, al-chem, and it's related to all the physicians that existed in Egypt that were putting together all the chemicals in order to find the way to create medicine from the poisons. So an alchemist would be someone that, first of all, tried to see how to change matter to create something new. But then, by doing that, they discover the ways in which you, as a person, can transform yourself into a god. So that's why the alchemists, from being scientists and physicians, turn out to be magicians. We have, as humans, the tendency to try to heal because we don't want to suffer. But actually, an illness is like a advice, like a notification of the body saying, hey, there's something that you haven't really paid attention to, so I think you have to. So an illness is not when someone is bad. The illness is actually the beginning of the healing process. So usually we confuse that by saying that we have to heal the illness. And actually the illness is there to say I'm trying to heal this conflict that I don't know where it comes from. So in the spirituality, what we have to do is to try to think about the healing not for the illness, but use the illness as a way to guide us to the origin of the conflict, which usually is emotional and energetical. So the healing process is understanding, it's not the cure. My guides, they don't have a face. I usually see them like a person that doesn't look like a person, and their eyes are very shiny, but they don't really have a face. So they just look like ghosts that just talk to me with a lot of naturality. Yeah, there are many different frequencies in the entire planet, and I think that what we have to understand about dark places or light places is that for some people, dark places can be light places. It's depending on your level of consciousness. For example, I know people that feels like in heaven in Las Vegas, but Las Vegas is actually one of the most dark places in the world. All that region of Nevada is a well of darkness that goes deep into the ground, grabbing all the information that is around towards a point of gravity that is very dark, and people was using it for a long time, even before the States. But it's compensated by the point of light, which is in Arizona. So it's like you need, when you have a huge high frequency of connectivity with the divine, you need to compensate that. So usually in a very, very high frequency place, like for example Tibet, you need a very low frequency, like some places in China. So it's to compensate the high frequency of a place with a lower one. So it balances the energies. Usually they are together. Sometimes I received information about the future, about things that happen. I wouldn't say that I predict the future. I might receive information on what to take care of or be careful with, or these kind of things. So sometimes some things that had happened, I kind of know because I follow a pattern of every 2 years that I know kind of what I'm going to what I have to do. It's something that I received when I was 12 years old, that they told me what to do every 2 years, and what they told me basically is happening. Kids should learn emotions at school. All the rest will come up, but um, the first 7 years of school should be about how to handle your own energy, which is emotions. With that, you can do whatever. But learning letters when you're 7 years old doesn't make any sense. You will learn it anyway, whatever. The school of the future for me would be a place where there is no segregation by ages, and it's a place where everyone gets together to propose a conflict or a problem, and different people needs to propose solutions to that conflict. So it's all about solving something. Education used to be that. Education in the first ages, in the first schools of history, was about, we have this problem and we don't know how to solve it. Do you have an idea? And the teacher was there just to guide them, not to give them the answers, but to guide them to see maybe there are other ways in which you can reach the same answer. And I think it will come back to that natural sharing of how to solve a problem. When a lot of people start to do activations around the planet, suddenly the weather changes, and it starts to move the magnetical field. And when that happens, the pineal gland of the brain starts to change too. So as you move the magnetical field through storms, what happens is that also the animal's pineal gland and human's pineal gland switch towards that. So it's awakening. It's an awakening process, channeling process. Everything starts to move faster. Climate change is a natural process in nature. It's not caused by humans. Humans are doing it a little bit worse, but actually it's a process that was supposed to happen in this period of time. We are still getting out of a glaciation. So it's getting warmer by nature. It's not that we are doing it, but even though we are doing it worse or faster. So what we can do with activations is to start balancing our process with the heating of the planet. So we can not reverse it, but balance it towards what we are going to get.